you're a business owner that's being requested a broker of record from your insurance agent, this is the video for you. Today we're going to be talking about a BOR or a broker of record, kind of explaining the ins and outs, what this document means, and then share a little bit of my experience as an insurance broker to help you guys make the best decision for you. So we're going to jump right into it. A BOR is essentially you picking a broker to represent your business in the eyes of the insurance carrier. So you are essentially picking your middleman, the person that's going to be in charge of all the communication between you and the specific insurance carrier. Now, most of the times with business insurance, carriers are only going to allow one broker to represent every business, meaning they don't want multiple brokers sending out quotes for the same exact policy. There are a few reasons why your agent or broker might ask you for a BOR. So let's say you're working with two different agents. You are coming close to your renewal. Maybe someone cold called you, walked in on your business, and you wanted to give them a shot. So essentially, when you have two brokers working on the same account, the first broker that's going to send it in is going to be the one that is representing you for that specific carrier. So let's say you're in that situation, your original broker, the one you've been working with, might reach out to you and say, hey, I was blocked with a specific carrier. Let's say it's Travelers. So he will call you and say, hey, I'm blocked with Travelers. Can you sign a BOR for me to be able to get a hands on that quote? Now, at that point, it's really up to you. You can take a first come, first serve approach, saying that since you are working with someone else that they have already submitted the information, you're just going to let them present the quote. Or if you are at a point where you decided that this is the broker for you, you can just go ahead and sign that BOR and let them get you that quote from Travelers. And this can be with different carriers, different companies. It really doesn't matter. The reason why you might want to sign a BOR is, let's say you had a falling out with your agent, something about their service, or maybe they made a mistake, maybe you had a claim and you're not happy with the result. So you might want to sign a broker of record to someone else in order to kind of cut ties on that relationship. So in that situation, you're essentially going to pick another broker to represent you, and they're going to ask you, hey, if you want us to control the account, make sure we can approach all the markets, they're going to ask you to sign that BOR letter for them to represent your account as a whole. So they might have to send you a few letters with different carrier names, and you just kind of sign them all. And that at that point, that is your broker. So that's going to be a second reason why you might be requested something like this. If you have an issue with your broker and you're just not happy, you can definitely find someone else and have them take over your account. The only thing that's kind of gets a little bit more complicated is if you're doing that midterm. So let's say something happened in the middle of the year. If you sign a BOR, sometimes it's also called an AOS, it's an agent of service. If you sign something like that midterm, the original broker might still be responsible for a lot of the service work. So it's possible that you're not going to be able to cut those ties completely when it's a midterm move. It might be better to just wait for the renewal and then sign a BOR at that point. But if you absolutely have to, you can definitely look into signing that midterm and just changing brokers in the middle of the year. And then this might not happen as often, but you might be even looking for a quote midterm. Let's say you need a cyber coverage, or you decided to add an umbrella, and some other broker gave you an option. You might want to have that policy included with your entire account, so you can sign a broker of record and let your agent for everything else kind of take over that policy. Think about it like this: your broker needs to be your quarterback, right? This is the person that you trust. This is the person you know is going to fight for you, whether it's during the claim or getting quotes. So when you're considering a BOR, just go with the person that you're going to think is going to best serve your needs. Prices are usually going to be very similar, so pick the person on who you think is going to be more responsive to you and it's going to be better for you. Sometimes there's a service issue and it's better to keep everything in one place just for easier certificates. So that's another thing to consider. But overall, my recommendation is always going to be just pick the person that you vibe with, that you feel like gets you and is gonna work hard for you and your business. And I hope this is helpful. And if you guys have any questions, there's gonna be some information and contact if you guys want to reach out to me. And that's it for today. Thank you so much.